go back and see all of those young guys that got snaps. Happy with the enthusiasm?
Yeah,
Happy with the technique?
Yeah, they did pretty good. It was good for those guys, but they went out and executed, and so it's good to see. You know, they're paying attention all week.
Comfortable moments coming out of that game?
Oh, sure. Yeah, for everybody. But, yeah, certainly for them. And, you know, they'll be a lot better, you know, for it, having an opportunity to play. So, and a lot of them got to play a lot of the game. So, you know, a lot of the second-team guys anyway, in particular.
Brent, at this stage of their careers, how much do you think Kayvon and Isaiah and Tanner enjoy the versatility and moving around as much as they have?
Well, I'm sure, you know, I'm sure for them it's fun doing different things. And, you know, I think they understand, you know, the strategy part of things. And, you know, they've really bought into that and understand not only, again, the what, but the why. And so they've done a great job of, you know, maturing within the system that way.
When your players refer to you as a mad scientist, I envision you sequestered away in like an underground laboratory with Cheetos and Chris Farley videos. Am I accurate?
Yeah, not quite. And again, whatever, you know, whatever we do, it's only as good as the players that are out executing it, you know. So first and foremost, it's them, and then we have not reinvented the wheel at all. And what we do is again a collaborative, you know, effort. So I'm just trying to find the best way to utilize, you know, the personnel that we have, and that can change from week to week, but we have enough versatility where we can do that.
Kayvon says he loves the way, how enthusiastic you get when they make a big play. Like the other day, he said he saw you on video after with his interception, and says that just really energizes them and all. How do you feel like when you're out there?
Well, it's all of us because, you know, there's a celebration for all of us just because there's a lot of hard work that goes in to the week, every week, and you got to start over. So it's really, you know, exhausting, you know, the physical preparation, the mental preparation, and so again, anytime you have success after all that hard work, man, you've really invested and you're passionate about it, and you're passionate for your players and your love for your players, and so it's just emotion, enthusiasm, passion, love for the game, and for the guys that you work with.
You think sometimes you want to go out there?
I'm sorry?
You think sometimes you want to be out there, maybe getting interceptions?
No, yeah. I might be able to get a pick because I know where to be. I'd have to pitch it and lateral it after I got it. But.
Is North Carolina similar to any team y'all have seen either this year or sometime last year? Is this a new?
Sure. Yeah. No. A lot of the spread teams are doing a lot of the same stuff, and they have their own flavor to it as well. You'll see some of the same similarities. A lot of the counters and the RPOs that you saw even this last week, you'll see with North Carolina as well, and quarterback run game and move the pocket. And these guys got their deep running back. I know we talked about last week's back being a great player, and they've got 3 really good backs, and utilize the tight end a lot more in a throwing game than you know, last week's opponent. But you know, and of course, everything goes through the quarterback, you know, in the run game.
Brent, when you play as many guys as you were able to last week, is there a balance between the need to build depth and the need to keep the front line guys as crisp and sharp as you have to?
Sure, yeah, and I think we did that. You know, we rotated a little bit on our side of the ball with our 1s and 2s in the first half, but, you know, I can't remember what it was. Was it 38-3 at halftime?
Yeah, that's right.
38-3 at halftime. So, you know, I think I know we played a bunch of, maybe not all of them, but a bunch of the ones that first drive of the second half, and then started to aggressively start, you know, substituting. So I thought that they got the work that they needed to get in. And but again, it's a long season, and you're going to have some injuries, and you know, you gotta develop your team, so they need to play meaningful situations too.
What's the biggest progression or most important steps you've seen KJ Henry take from year 1 to year 2?
Fundamentals and just discipline, and he's still working on all those things too. But he's made, noticeable improvement with, again, pad level and his footwork and his alignments and his execution. And then, again, playing under stress with those same techniques and fundamentals. And eye discipline, not looking in the backfield, standing straight up and down when you're looking in the backfield and you're getting dug out of gaps. And he's learning how to be a more physical player at the point of attack and not just a pass rusher.
Brent, you look at UNC, the quarterback, the freshman, what do you see in him so far?
Very savvy, big arm, quick release, tough, competitive, instinctual, intelligent, plays with a lot of passion, and he's athletic and mobile. He's a guy that I know was very, we tried to get him, so I know how our offensive staff, felt very strongly about him.
What's the relationship like with Mac Brown? Is it kind of strange to be facing him again now?
I don't look at it as strange. Most of the career that I've had, I've known Mac Brown as Coach Brown, really all of my career. So it's when he was, handing us the mic and interviewing us, it was the same way. It's Coach Brown. Difference is he's not Texas now. He's at North Carolina, and so for me, it's it's one of the best ever to coach the game, and so it's neat to see him still involved in the game and doing well, and coaching coach, and he's obviously done a great job of, like all good coaches, have continued to evolve, and he's a great leader, and he's had a lot of success for all those reasons.
I bet when when it was time to focus on Coach Brown back in your old life, I mean, that must have been bunker mentality for you guys.
Yeah, it's
at Oklahoma, Texas, right?
Sure. I mean, that's a long history and a tradition-rich rivalry, and a lot of high stakes. And in the state of Texas, Texas is, that's the crown jewel, and they're hard to beat, in recruiting. But we had a lot of wars, in recruiting, and certainly a lot of battles on the field. A lot of emotion goes into that game. So just like you would see it's more similar to a South Carolina and Clemson rivalry than it is Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. To be honest, it's just another level. Even though Oklahoma State's a big rival of Oklahoma, it's a whole different set of cards that you're dealing with. All right.